Why school? The four of you made that choice. Why school?
One of my goals going in is I want to do school. I want to finish school. If that's your goal, follow that dream. Just keep going after it.
My affirmation was completely different, like, because I had spent so much time away from females that, like, I was like, where are they at? As soon as I got home, I'm like, okay, they're in school. I'm going to college where they're at.
What was the most pleasant surprise about getting back in school?
These guys, just our group that we started and connecting with all these other vets. For me, that's what's been the best, because I feel like I have a family again. Collectively, we're pushing forward, trying to make a difference at the school, reaching out to the community, and all of us really have the same vision and want to see the same things happen. But it's like a family again, and that really feels good that you can call on each other. These are the same caliber people. They may not have been your friends while you were in, but they are the same caliber people, like those friends that you had. So you know that you can call on them.
At this stage, we all can all complain about things.
Right.
But my God, what they're offering now compared to what they offered veterans a long time ago.
Oh, what they offered veterans 3-4 years ago.
It's just phenomenal.
What are some of the challenges of getting back into school?
They made me take so many remedial math classes, because like the only math that I did, the only math that I did for like 5 years was like, Horner, go count the grenades. Horner, how many Mark 19 rounds do we have? How many 50 cal rounds do we have? That's the only math I did for 5 years, like count your sensitive items, that's it. And then you get home, they're like, go ahead, factor this trinomial and this polynomial. You're like, what is a what? Yeah. Factor? What are you talking about?
So what are the other resources that you guys found helpful going back to school?
Don't bring up the age factor. In most cases, veterans who have been in who are going back to school are going to be older. They're going to be older than most of the population at the school. Don't let that get in the way, because that was a huge psychological barrier for me, and I did not want to get involved at all. I was like, all right, this is their time. They're going to do that. So if I was struggling with math or whatever, I didn't want to, interfere with what was going on. And it's totally, completely false.
I was a little intimidated because I'm like, oh my gosh, like what do I expect? Or, these kids are like, so young, and I felt, like I was like the old lady in the classroom. But when you go back to school, you find that there's so many more people that are going back to school, especially with the economy is driving a lot of that as well. So there's someone for everyone at school as far as friends or study buddies or whatever, and so that should definitely not be a barrier.
I think any veteran who's getting out just needs to really just accept the reality that it is a very different world that they're going into, and they just need to know that that it's going to be different. So if they're already anticipating it, it's not going to be as difficult. Yeah. And also to not be angry at individuals who aren't who don't know.
You have to
and
become a little more pliable.
If they don't know, then say, well, try to tell them. Let me tell you what.
It's still difficult to this day, though. Like today, I went to Florida Gulf Coast University and walked around campus, and like 99% of the population on campus was all like 17, 18, 19 years old. I mean, yeah, the girls looked okay, but at the same time, I was like, I felt like just out of place, because they haven't even experienced anything in life, and I've like traveled the whole world. They're like, they still live with mommy and daddy. They don't know anything, and I'm like, I get frustrated. I got frustrated today. I was walking around, and I just didn't want to look at them. Like I was like, oh, they drive me crazy.
That's one of the biggest things that separates us from, no matter what the age is, separates us is life experience is huge.